Alright. Hey guys, welcome to our Ikigai podcast. Today is episode 18. We're in person. You can see, we're using one mic here. This is my mic.
Yeah.
Hold the water bottle. Freaking slipped from the chair.
Why did you fucking slip?
That chair is terrible.
The chair's horrible.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to get on the couch.
Jump over.
Oh my god. What is this, a fucking cartoon? Sit the fuck down! We haven't even introduced it.
Today is episode 18. I am Kevin. Don't fucking move the bar. No. I don't know. So I'll probably be fine. Dude, I see it peaking.
Oh, dude.
It might be a little too loud.
Oh, God.
I think it is too loud.
Okay.
Let me here with.
Hey, it's me, Brian.
Me on.
You're always so quiet,
We're here with our 18th podcast, which is kind of crazy that that number is slowly rising, isn't it?
I actually
I'm
completely guessed that it was 18.
Is
so
the yellow?
I'm not going to scream. Yellow is fine. That should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
we're good. We're
screaming,
good.
screaming is speaking.
Scooting.
Cool.
No, that's fine. Screaming is fine.
Oh, screaming is fine.
So,
Okay, cool.
yes.
I hope. Rip audio.
Where's my water bottle?
Wait, shit, is this yours? Who's this?
Great start, guys.
This one's mine. Okay.
Bro, okay, so...
I didn't drink it. I was like this.
This in-person podcast kind of happened. Kevin texted me, like, are you coming over? So I was like, oh, okay, we're just going to record a normal podcast.
I'm getting gaslit here.
Yeah. Wait,
Yesterday night, yesterday, shut up.
didn't.
Yesterday night, you know what this guy said? I said, yo, what we're gonna do about the podcast? This guy said, oh, I can come over tomorrow if we want to do an in-person podcast.
No, I did
I was
not
like,
say
okay.
that. I did not say that.
Right,
Well,
right.
okay, I wasn't there for that conversation, but I was there in Discord earlier today where I was like, do you want to do it just online regularly, or do you want to come over?
I thought we're just... Okay, well, besides the case, so obviously I was...
You guys have content.
I was left in the dust about this, so you can see, I just didn't...
You also didn't pick up the phone. Like, what
I called you.
I was helping my dad.
Oh, okay,
So-
fair enough.
And the phone was charged.
I saw him on ArcNets.
I was letting it run on auto.
He was on ArcNets.
How'd you even know? What?
It says on Discord.
on Discord.
Oh, I thought I canceled it out.
Yeah.
Whoa, what are you trying to hide from us?
No, I just don't like my game showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like during D&D session or something, you'll see me like...
Whoa,
Wait a minute. Wait.
Hey, I had personally never done that, but I've seen Brian on Subnautica before, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Don't worry. I do that sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, no hate, but hey,
sometimes those things just happen.
sometimes I don't care
Yeah.
about what my friends are doing.
Also, like, nothing's just
Also-
happening.
Fan is off because of noise, so it's slowly starting to...
Yeah, we're
slowly gonna take off our shirts.
No, we're not.
we're not. You might, but I'm not.
I'm not wearing shorts.
Yeah.
I'm
What do you
going to
mean?
this
You're-
stupid-
Oh, you meant like okay, never mind.
Anyway,
When you look at Unsley,
No, I mixed
you mean
up
short
stuff.
sleeves?
Nothing, it's fine.
This guy's so stupid.
Shut
But
up.
anyways,
I was mixing things up.
recent events that have occurred. We are going to. No, just kidding. Hey, we'll say that for a vlog. I think that's more suited for that.
Yeah, I think so.
But for something cool, we watched by Evergarden again.
I think that was one of our first videos too, right? It was
That
like
was-
your first
that's a
vlog,
lot.
your second vlog, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh shoot! Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
full
was,
circle.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my friends came back from school, so I was like, yo, we should all meet up again and go watch Evergarden. Everyone thought it was a horrible idea, but we did it anyway. God, it kind of hurt.
Yeah. Oh man. And we stayed up till like what, 7 in the morning.
I stayed up.
We stayed up until 7 in the morning. You passed out. Yeah.
I just went to sleep. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing up until 7 in the morning.
we actually that is a funny thing. We were just watching. What was the show
Old
called?
enough.
Old enough.
Old enough.
It's this Japanese show where it's like where they take like these 2 to 5 year olds, right?
And
Yeah.
film
And
their
just-
first errands.
Yeah, and film their first errands. But like the errands are crazy because it's like,
Cross the street.
yeah, like that's unimaginable for like an American infant to do.
Oh, no.
Right?
Like, can you imagine yourself at 2, and then you take the 2-year-old from the thing, they're like walking like a kilometer across town,
Yeah,
and then picking up like 5 different things, calculating the change, and then walking back.
dude.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. I remember everyone was like, "Yeah, the Japanese are correct over there."
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
Kinda.
it does make sense though, obviously, right? Because it's like everything's more closer together in Japan, like comparatively speaking to like the United States.
Yeah,
right?
like when you live in the suburbs, you can't just walk to the like market sometimes.
Yeah,
Like the closest place for us is like a 30-minute walk.
yeah, a 30-minute walk to like a
Giant.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you would have to drive.
Yep. In America, if you live in suburbs, you have to have a car.
Yeah.
Just, public transportation kind of sucks here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Ugh.
it is what it is. But yeah, no, I just went to sleep.
Yeah, you
tonight.
just passed out.
I just passed out. I didn't want to stay up.
Yeah. I mean, understandable. I didn't want to stay up either, but like, I don't know. It felt weird to sleep during the time, so I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to bed.
Yeah. But watching that area, dude,
Oh yeah.
I think all of us were caught off guard.
Yeah, like the thing is, I was caught off guard up until the episode I knew I wasn't gonna cry on because it's always consistent and it hits hard every single time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's the spoilers, of course. I think it's like episode 9 or something, right? Or 10.
I think
It was pretty close to the end, so
it might have been 11 now that I think. About it.
yeah. But it was basically the one where Violet like basically writes a letter for a dying soldier.
Oh, that one.
Very
Yeah,
sad.
that one is the one that consistently like gets me every single time.
Mhm.
Like and for me the hardest, strangely enough. I know there's one other one which is like insanely sad too, which is the
Episode 10.
episode, the one with the daughter
And the mother,
and the
yeah.
mother, yeah, the dying
Dude, me and Ryan just fucking cried.
mother.
our
Yeah, we
eyes
saw
out.
that. I was like,
Like-
man.
Dude, I was like fine, and then like it was just talking. And, dude, when Violet said like it was like it's tough, but like I can only imagine how she will be like when she gets these letters 20
Yeah.
years still.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude.
It's a triple tap. That episode's a
Yeah.
triple tap. It gives you like it's sad because like what's it? Because of the outburst, and
Right.
it's sad because it's what was the second one? I forget.
So the first one was
oh,
when
was it the Violet like she crying into Violet?
For me, the first one was her outburst to her mom, like
Yeah.
kind of collapsing.
Mhm.
The second time was when the letter started coming.
Yeah.
And the third time was when Violet was like, I had to keep my tears.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was the
So
that's
that
the triple
was a
tap.
triple
yeah, no,
whammy.
that's the triple tap. The one I cried to though is like is a stealth one because it's like it's sad. It's really sad all the way through,
Mhm.
but it doesn't hit you until the very end for no reason out of nowhere. Like you see this man die and it's like it's sad, but you're not crying yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then it's like you see like all this shit go on, and then finally it's just like it's not even the part where it's like it's not even the part where it's like, oh no, my son has died, you know, that's
Right.
Yeah.
or my boyfriend has died. It's the part where they say like thank you for bringing our son back,
Yeah.
and that's like, oh, that hits so
Pain.
fucking hard.
I mean, I always say this every time we watch that part, but I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, in the light novel, he has like a whole page of like words saying over and over again, I don't want to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, but let's move on. Really
yeah,
sad now.
it's, yeah.
Isn't like the light novel also like a little different? It's like more action.
It is. I don't know. I've never read through the entire thing,
Yeah.
but it's definitely different.
Mm,
But I think they did a really good job overall with like,
Yeah.
the adaptation.
interesting.
No,
yeah.
because I remember again. I was watching an Underscope video about the production of Evergarden. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. If you're like interested in like production and how that works.
Or just interested in Violet Evergarden.
In
Yeah.
general, yeah.
Or
Uh,
Keelani, but yeah.
And like if you guys look at the CM, the first CM, or yeah, first or second one, I forget. But in one of them, you see that she has like a big battle axe.
Oh yeah.
But they cut that out
I
because they're
remember
like, you know, we realized we want to like focus on something else other
Yeah,
than like
exactly.
The
So
big
I was like-
battle, yeah.
the. So I was like, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's like in the Mamahava video, it's all about like making these really delicate changes and additions, subtractions, because they do matter, which is really interesting. Like because I remember Kevin and I had a talk about like writing and stuff, how it's like you can't really account for like every word matters, but you can't account for it. You have to like just see how it all feels in the end, and then change certain parts. But when it comes to like story elements, right, those do matter. You actually have to think, okay, is there a purpose for adding this object in this specific moment, or like because it will add or subtract from a tone that you want, you know, and it also has to affect and like be in line with the tone, the setting, the characters, what they're feeling, what they're doing, how the story is going, etc., etc.
Definitely.
So it is interesting to see Violet do that as well. And, being an adaptation, of course. So.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can definitely see a lot of that if you really look closely. Like I mentioned this with Brian. I don't think I said it to you, but when Violet bites the brooch, all that is all intentional to make it look like she's a child, right? To like show that she's like a kid and a baby, right? And I thought that was like such an interesting like thing to add, because like I saw that, I was just like, that's interesting, right? Because like normal people don't usually bite it, but I was like, okay. But then when you when you understand like the production behind it and like the reason why, it's like, damn, bro, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the little things that really add up, because I mean, like, the biting thing I kind of resonate with, because I have a necklace that I wore for a while, and as a kid I bit a lot because it bent in like half. So I mean, that did bend it back.
It's like that SpongeBob, like the quarter.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
you just bend it in like 90-degree angle.
I need to see if my necklace is real. Yep. And it just snaps off like, oh fuck.
It's all like, I think it's like completely like metal or nickel or something. But then as a kid, I used to like bite it, like, especially at night, because I get like nervous. So like in a way, like. Necklace biters instead of like nail biters. Clearly, you are a necklace biter.
That sounds like a derogatory term right there.
Necklace biters.
Goddamn necklace biters.
It's like saying like, clearly you're a mouth breather. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's a cool detail just to have.
Yeah.
You know, like I probably missed it the first time. I even probably missed it the second time I watched it too. I watched it, I think, Violet Evergarden 4 times overall.
Why?
Why? I don't know, to be honest. I think I just like it a lot.
I know why. Like, come on, man.
I mean, like, some people out there just watch... It's like a comfort show, basically, even though it's, like, not comfort.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's not comfort.
It's not comfort, but it is
like, comfort in one sense of the word. Like, I know I'm a human now.
Yeah. You know what's interesting?
What's that?
I've gotten into this deep rabbit hole. Not deep, but... Ever since you watched Violet Evergarden, for all you gamers out there, League of Legends came out with a new song called Everything Goes by Porter Robinson. I don't care about League of Legends, but I do care about my boy Porter Robinson.
Ayo.
He did make Shelter, if you guys forgot. Also cried to that.
Yeah.
I watched it last night, or not last night, a couple of nights ago, and I started crying.
I think the effects of Violet Evergarden...
Violet Evergarden has
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But, I didn't listen to like a lot of Porter's music, but I started to listen to it ever since he made that song with Riot and then Shelter, and I was like, okay, let's check out what you got. Right, he made this album called Nurture, and it's a banger, dude.
Oh, yeah,
it's a big banger.
Absolutely.
And it's interesting because he talks about it. I was watching the interview, and he was talking about how like one of his songs called Blossom was talking about the mortality of humans, and like you don't like, as a teen, he said like you're not really afraid to die, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when you finally meet the person that you love, right, and realizing that like your time is like limited and that you won't actually get to be with them forever, and like tackling with that mortality that is like so insane.
Yeah, no, I think it happens to me a lot where I think, okay, if I'm going to be an old man, I'm realizing a majority of the people I know are going to be gone, and I'll be like one of the few people left,
Yeah.
Like, aside from maybe the ones who, I don't know, maybe I'll have people with me when I die, but it's like...
Well, that's the hope.
Yeah, that's the hope, but like, the likeliness of everyone I love around me dying first is like pretty damn high. So it's like, yeah, I'm constantly tackling that, and then I'll be gone, and it's like, what then? So yeah, it is. Yeah, songs and anime, you really do help, like, not ease, but like kind of go put you in that like thinking mood, because I think thinking about those things, or at least for me, thinking about it gives me comfort, because it's like, okay, at least I'm concerned about it. At least I'm. If I keep grinding at it in my head, right, then eventually I'll come to a place where I'm content, or or I find a solution or something, right?
Yeah, like what's really interesting is like when he was making this album, he got into like after he finished his first album, he got into a really big rut where like he was like, I have to make, good music, and whatever, right? And then like his girlfriend at the time told him to like, just stop doing music and go out and do something else. And then that's where like this idea of nurture came from, the album, where like just like appreciating the world, right? And like seeing like I don't know, it's so insane. One of the songs is called Look at the Sky, and it's just like when you think about it, it's just like whatever. But then when you realize, like, think about like the clouds, and you're just like, damn, it can be a beautiful day sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sucker for good sky pictures, because every time I drive up to classes, it's usually like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I drive up early, and then sometimes I'm like, I'm so done with everything, because I'm like worn out, I'm tired. But then I see like the sun breaking through the cloud, I'm like, dang, I'm happy to go on.
Oh my god, I just realized, that reminds me of something. I'm sure you all know Dan Bull, right?
Yeah.
You know him for a few reasons, probably. The recent one.
Explain for the viewers.
Yeah. So I mean, he's the guy who did the the creeper rap, where it was like
Minecraft creeper,
that was the guy who did it. But he's also just an amazing. He I mean, that's what people know him right now. I know. Recently, that's what he's known for. But Dan Bull is actually like fucking cracked as a game rapper. He's really good at what he does. Like, sometimes a lot of his music is based off of video games, but some of them just hit. I'm thinking of like the No Man's Sky rap, which is like an underrated masterpiece. But recently, I guess, obviously he cares a lot about video games. That's why he does it. He loves video games. And he recently again came out with a rap where it's like it was like how video games saved my life. So, and it's like so cool because he like talks about how like the history of video games, what that taught him as a person, like cooperation and communication. Funnily enough, like in teaching history that schools won't bother teaching, which I'm like, damn, just preach. But there's also a bit where it was like, looking at video games and how graphics are made and stuff made him realize how appreciated how like real life looked, right? Because it's like real life graphics, I guess, are amazing. So it's like, and it's like interesting how like you get parallels between that, like that fantasy of like video games, anime, music, whatever, right? And then translating that into how we can perceive reality, right? And I think that just goes to a touch of how culture really shapes how we think about life and stuff like that. Like, for like something I kind of want to like point out and I've been thinking about is like, say, Nietzsche, right? Which is very much on nihilism and like the world means nothing, whatever, and it's like bleak, whatever, or something along those lines, I think, right? But then it's like, and that's how it shaped a lot of like cynicism in a lot of people, and it's like, and then there's like other things that like art and other perceptions of reality of like, life is worth living though, and it's beautiful and it's cool. And this is why it's cool. So it's like, it just goes to show how powerful those kind of mediums can be. And it's kind of sometimes a shame that people don't like acknowledge that, or sometimes take that for granted, Yeah. I mean, I do that, but it's like, being a bit more conscious about it,
Right.
Because this kind of relates to a conversation I had with a friend. But it's a lot about how what culture is. It's not just like a rating or quality or it's good or bad, right? It's language, it's communication, it's trying to show you something about the world, even if it's like garbage or kind of dumb or whatever, right? It's still trying to it's trying to be fun or entertaining. Even if it's that, then that's what it's trying to be, right?
Yeah.
That the world is kind of this fun, strange place, even.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like to think about it. I say this in the Mama Haha video, where like anime is, you can describe it in a whole bunch of ways, but at its core, it's audio visual medium.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And like, that's like, you can, of course, you can rate that, right? But like, thinking about it like holistically, like, how do you rate, just like audio visuals, right? That is just meant to be audio visuals, like, because like there's no story technically when you with the word audio visuals. It's just audio and visuals combined together, right? And like, then some people thought, hey, let's add like story and other elements to it, right? Let's add animation, right?
Yeah.
And that's how this idea of like movies and films became a thing.
Yeah.
Right? But at its core, it's really just to be like appreciative, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, like audio was used, right, to like hear the sounds around you, right? And appreciate that. Yeah. Visuals was to like look at like pictures, for example, right? Like those are like a big thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna rate my family pictures,
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna rate like the train sounds. Well, okay, that's actually kind of,
we can go.
You can
go
but,
through
like,
your family album.
It's
Just
actually,
do a tier list.
Yeah.
like obviously you can, right?
But
like,
why would you?
But the point
You
is
could,
that like,
but you don't have to.
yeah, like the point is that it has value, even though you can put a number behind it, right?
Yeah.
But that number doesn't really mean like, oh, this picture is better than this picture. No, it's like, I feel more attachment to this picture, right, for certain things and certain reasons, right? And like, of course, you can be like, oh, for those certain reasons, let's bump up. But like, again, like, for the most part, like, that doesn't fucking matter, because like, it's a picture that you like, right? Or it's a sound that you like. Like, the birds chirping is like, you like the birds chirping. Okay, cool. Like, sure, that's a 10 out of 10 for you. It might be a 1 out of 10, but like, it's like.
I think it really makes me think, because I'm realizing now that I haven't, like, I don't think I've ever clarified before, like, for the first time I'm realizing, why haven't I never mentioned this? When you're looking at academic sources, when it comes to film, no academic writer actually, like, rates a movie.
No.
Like, they never do that. Even if it's, like, portraying it as, like, bad, they just say it's like, oh, this is, like, campy, it's, like, being satirical, or, like, or
fails to do this.
Or fails to do this, but in turn it does this, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, it's such a more progressive and innovative way to talk about film. And it's interesting that you bring up pictures as well, because we talk about that in film and media as well. We literally talk about like selfies and candids and all these things, and how it's like, you know what? It's like, don't give a shit about what the picture looks like or how good it looks. Give a shit about what it's trying to make you feel, or like what that says about our society and what we value as a society, or whatever, right? And it's like, by that basis, a film is just moving pictures and sound, and we want to record that for an inexplicable number of reasons, right? To be appreciated, to remember something, to record a time of a spark of inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Especially now, it's that spark of inspiration because it's entertainment nowadays. But it's media. It's something to communicate something. So it's like it's really interesting, and it's kind of a shame that it's not like taught as much or like showed off in that way as much, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think just like, again, we're not trying to flame like what the Nemesis thing.
No.
It's just like things that's just like, there's some nuance to it, right? Like, obviously, we don't care if you rate. We don't care if you don't think this way. Yeah. Because like, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Because like, as long as you're enjoying it, that's what our goal is that you enjoy it. And for the people who want like something more added to it, we can provide that, right? And like, if it doesn't, then we're gonna be like, okay, why doesn't it? Or we could just be like, nah, we did it great. But it's like, we can pick and choose what we listen to, yes, right? But like, all in all, like our job is to like create something cool.
Yeah, and also show off the hard work of others too, right? I mean, to appreciate, right?
Yeah.
Because that's really what this is at the end of the day. And also, like, we're not flaming the masses, but we are critiquing them, which I think is a huge difference, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we want to change how people look at these things, right? But like, you're allowed not to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, it's not like a big thing where it's like racism, where we should actually like stop it.
Yeah.
Right. This is just like how people look at films. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
To us, it is, right?
Yeah.
But you know, we understand.
People,
Mhm.
yeah. It's like
But we're also trying to relay why it's also important and
Right.
trying to convince people, like, yeah, maybe it's a good idea to look more into things.
It's like how people like have a lot. I'm not saying a lot of the older generation, because they didn't grow up with video games. A lot of time because they didn't grow up with it, it didn't really quite imprint on them as much as it did with the younger generation did. So a lot of them usually brush it off. My grandparents especially, because every time they see me playing, they're like, "What are you playing?" Whatever. Every time they see a game I'm playing, they're usually like related to like the big names, Mario,
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Yeah, I think what's interesting about that, though, I will say, is that I think it says a lot about how more interconnected we're getting, as well as like each generation passes on. Like, sure, we are like I think largely speaking, we are more connected with like the world now, but it's like maybe the next generation will be able to like do so much more, and that's in a way crazy to think about because it's like. That is a lot. That is a lot of like to think about as like say like an older person or as someone who just kind of wants to chill, right?
Which is fine. Yeah.
So which is although it is fine, but in the wrong context, it's wrong.
Right.
Because then it like because of the very idea of culture, right? We want to innovate on that. We want to be accepting of that. But by closing yourself off, you limit how far you're willing to tolerate certain things, right?
If you kind of stop at the start and then not let it have a chance to like influence you, then you kind of like stop that center point of trying to understand others, which I always find really wholesome. Like, this is a bit off topic, but I've been watching a lot of those grandma video games.
Yeah.
I think it's just so wholesome. Like, one of the videos, like how video game impacted my life, how I got into it. I'm like, dang, this is like seeing someone, because like a lot of times when I see people post online, they're like, oh yeah, I'm like 60 years old. I just got the new Kirby game this year, and like it's just seeing people like rediscover. They're like, I can't believe I never started this.
Yeah.
And they're like rediscovering newer things, and that really like helped me because I think how I see, because a lot of times, like we said, like how movies are important, like how it should be discussed that way. Because I really feel like the most pure experience I've had was when I was like 4.
Yeah.
First time seeing, let's say, Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
While I wouldn't recommend showing a 4-year-old Princess Mononoke.
Someone showed me that as a 4-year-old.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like
it was at a family friend's party for New Year's. I think you guys were there.
Yeah, we might have. I mean, it was here where I saw Princess Mononoke.
Okay, then I was at another place.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was, it was downstairs where all the kids are, and then the upstairs are where the alcohol and then the adults are. But then they were playing it on the big screen, Princess Mononoke, and then I remember it's like a 4-year-old just walking up, you know, doing anything 4-year-old would do.
Boom! Headshot!
All the really cringy 4-year-old stuff that you see on YouTube.
Right.
But then suddenly my attention was captivated by Princess Mononoke. Granted, I didn't see it from the beginning.
Okay.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
I watched it, and it was, I mean, spoilers, but the movie's like 10 years old. You haven't watched it, you should go watch it. But the I believe the part was when I believe his name is Ono. He's like the white
Wolf?
boar.
Oh, the boar. Yeah.
He's the one that went crazy, and then all the like they shot him, and then blood spewed out of his mouth. And then he started growing all these curses, tentacles on his face, and then took one of the characters and she was like buried inside all of that curse. And as a kid, I was just trying to understand it in the first place. Another one experience that I had that I found really funny was also I watched it in the middle because I didn't start from the beginning because I was also like around 5. But it was Spirited Away, and there's that one part where No Face was like bloated.
Oh.
And then he started, and then Sen fed him something. And he started to barf. He's like, "What did you give me?"
Yeah.
And then started chasing her through the corridor. I'm pretty sure I was kept up for several nights because
How
of
to
that.
traumatize your child.
But it's like, it's insane. Again, I'm not gonna say this, or I'm not going to like
I'm not gonna say this.
insinuate something bad, right? I think it's just an interesting thing to point out, where like our attention spans are getting less. and
Yeah.
less.
Oh no, for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
TikTok and all that.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, right? Like, what happens if we were like 4-year-olds now and we saw like Princess Mononoke or like whatever, right?
Yeah.
Would we just like walk away at that point, right?
Right.
And then it just makes me realize like how grateful I am to be where I am today, right? And be able to be like, yeah, I watched like one small part of a movie, got entranced by it, and now I love anime. Like that to me is like super insane because like.
Well, that's the hope, though.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that even though, well, I think nowadays it's so easy for parents to give access to kids to like iPads and stuff. So it is very possible that they're consuming so much more content than we were. I still remember the first time I had an iPad. It was the old YouTube iPad.
Yeah.
The tube TV.
Yeah.
But I'm like hoping that even though younger kids continue to get used to shorter like Instagram Reels and TikTok, all that, it's like super short, 7 seconds. But I feel like the beautiful thing is if Princess Mononoke or any like beautiful medium like that manages to capture their attention and keep it, I think that's always something cool to look about.
Yeah, I find it interesting because it's like it is a bit of a testament to the fact that as humans we are progressing very, very quickly to the point where we don't know what we're doing anymore, right? Like, I mean, it's funnily enough, it's like something that relates to things like education, it relates to things like parenting and like society as a whole, I think, which is also really, really scary, but in some ways, in a like almost I guess a horrid, sadistic way. I'm ready to see the fallout of that. I am so ready to see how everything crumbles if we don't manage to keep up.
We're outpacing ourselves.
Yeah, we really are. Yeah.
Obviously, we are no experts in terms of what is actually going in the world.
No, we are, because guess what? We're outpacing ourselves right now. We want to make a studio. Look what we are! No, but
getting a job is the first move, but
this is my job.
We don't pay you, dude.
I know.
Yeah, it's not a job.
It's unemployment
money, and if you're not suffering,
please click that subscribe button and that like button if you like the video, and make sure you give us monetization, please.
Monetization doesn't start until like 1,000 subs. Right?
We're pretty close though. No. We're at 600.
Don't
so
say
it's like
no. Yes, get boss on our channel, play.
At the time of recording, we're at like almost 700 now.
Yeah.
So it's like just like a few hundred more.
Crazy to think about it. Also, we did miss out July.
We did, yeah.
Well, hey, the Mama Haha video though. I spent so much time.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen, I mean, I spent 20 hours on it. Dude, unfortunately, I made a TikTok account, guys. No, but I made a TikTok. Hey, shut up! I made a TikTok account mainly because like the short that I did with Ryan really did well.
Yeah, for no reason. But
and it was funny. Okay, like I genuinely believe that was like funny to me, right? Mm-hmm. But like I don't want to post it on Ikigai, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I will, but I also want to do it on somewhere like TikTok, where like people can actually like. They're looking for that, right?
Yeah.
We can start doing the content with like the text-to-speech voice.
Yeah.
Check out this cool Japanese snack we found. It's us opening it and then like doing ASMR.
Yeah. No, dude, it's like I showed my friend buy Evergarden. I didn't tell him what it was about, and then like the emoji,
their reaction, and they're like breaking down over there.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. I mean, of course, like. Part of, making a studio is kind of selling out. So I want to preface this before we get big and like I don't say this ever, but we are selling ourselves out sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to. Like with the Mama Haha video, I made a TikTok to advertise that, but like I didn't go too far. But Because I genuinely thought it was a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
video.
right now we are very desperate as well.
I feel
so-
like selling ourselves out really doesn't get that bad until we sell ourselves to corporate.
Yeah,
That's
Which-
when
We're gonna sell
ideally-
ourselves to
yeah.
Google.
ideally wouldn't happen, but you never know in at least an American
Yeah.
like system.
You never know when we will get baited into
Yeah.
doing it on accident, or
Yeah.
you know,
or if we're
Desperate.
that desperate, yeah. Like
So-
in Japan, that's like unheard of, basically, right? But in the United States, oh yeah, like just
Yeah.
look no further than Rooster Teeth, and you'll see where that leads you to. Yeah, we blame Rooster Teeth a lot. There's a reason for that, but you know that's.
But
yeah, I mean, short comment about that. It's just you read the reviews on Glassdoor about Rooster Teeth. Everyone just says, "Great people to work with." Administration sucks.
Yeah.
Which is sadly a lot of case with like out of touch CEOs. Which our goal is to not become out of touch.
I think it's not necessarily just the fact that they were outdated. It's just that they didn't know how to handle their like how to properly utilize their tools. I think that was more the issue because like was it the founders like Bernie and everyone else? I think they knew what they were like doing in a way, right? But they didn't have didn't understand how they were supposed to use them or like
that's gonna be us.
yeah, hopefully not.
Honestly, like
I mean, that's why. Here's the thing: as sad as it is, and as sad as their downfall is, that's what they're there for, so that we can learn from that mistake, right? To be like, okay, we need to make sure we're not fucking up.
Hey,
along the
history
way.
repeats itself.
History, well, yes and no.
yes, but
History's
Yeah.
complicated. The
Yeah,
guy who
obviously.
doesn't study history over here. No, kidding.
Hey,
we like to
Kidding.
be something more eternal.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be an anime studio in the United States. We mean that like in the holistic sense, like
Yeah.
what an anime studio is in Japan. We want it here, just in America, right? Which is infinitely harder.
Which
because,
is also funny because I definitely see a lot of people saying like, "Isn't that just cartoon?"
yeah, no, because the culture is
Just
different though
like-
with cartoons.
No, for sure
Yeah.
over here versus.
Yeah.
But you know,
But it is, yeah, it is.
I don't
but-
blame people. They're like, "Isn't that just cartoon and you have it in America?" That's fine.
Meanwhile, the weebs are just like, there's a difference between cartoons and anime. I'm like, there is a difference, but it's not the difference you're thinking of.
It's not like cartoons are for children and anime is deeper and cool. Like
and Japanese, and it's like,
yeah,
no,
like,
no,
no.
Technically speaking, cartoons and anime are the same thing. Anime is literally cartoons, just like in the language of Japanese.
Cartoon is just Western animation, like in the culture of America. Like,
Yeah,
because a lot of times, even though it's for kids, the writers still try to sneak in adults.
yeah. I mean, like, what's it? Rick and Morty is a cartoon, and it's like and that's clearly for adults. So where do you draw the line there? You draw the line at the core of what they're trying to do.
yeah, it's like Avatar anime or cartoon. It's like
But then, like, you know, yeah,
It's both.
Avatar.
Yeah.
But then a lot of the problem is a lot of times they think of cartoon, they're like childish, which they're not wrong in a sense because you look at like Teen Titan Go, it's marketed for kids. And
Yeah.
I think that's fine. A lot of people hate on Teen Titan Go,
Mhm.
but like to be honest, if it's marketed for kids and the kids love it, it means it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you look at something like Adventure Time or Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Mhm.
and while they still have like innocent like qualities
Mhm.
that would appeal to kids, they also try to tackle really dark subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like that.
I think it's also tied to the fact that people don't. They say they don't tie it to the brand, but then in reality they do tie it to the
Yeah.
brand. It like, oh no, like it's not just because it's Nickelodeon cartoon, dude. It is because of Nickelodeon cartoon.
But it's also
Network,
like
bro.
a lot of people also like pull up the argument where it's just like, oh, it's animation style. That doesn't look like anime.
Oh my
so...
god.
And then but like,
Yeah.
like here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, right? But then you look at like something like Midnight Gospel, which is like
Ooh.
that has like a lot of things that like you could see in anime, like
Yo,
messages wise.
absolutely, yeah.
But like it's still in that cartoon animation.
Yeah,
Right? But it's like it's
come
so
on.
good though.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So like you can't really count
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah, I will
out.
say a lot of the like online discussion and debates are really just kind of dumb at the end of the day. Not
They
gonna-
boil
like
down.
they're fun, and like you know, But like, as someone who's just kind of like been through the ropes and just kind of seen things from the top down now and learned about a lot of things, it's just kind of why are we having this conversation?
I mean, again, but it is fun. Like,
it is fun.
We do enjoy it.
Yeah,
right?
We enjoy making fun of it.
It does get for me
but
sometimes.
Yeah, like I'm Giga's made a new video about summer 2022 anime.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
That's obviously gonna be like something that's like super fun. I'm down to watch it. I'm really excited to actually watch it. I haven't gotten the time to because this happened.
Yeah, but the expectation is that he's not a paragon, right?
Yeah, he's not like Jesus Christ. He's the anime
man. Yeah.
And then Joey's just like in the corner.
He's not the anime man anymore.
He's basically Japan man now.
Japan.
Guys, you know what we should do? We should just get like a mask. Like all of us become Trash Chase members, just like wear masks.
No, that's
and then we add them, and then boom, popularity, baby.
I'm gonna cite this video if they like ever flame us.
Yeah,
we're like the budget Trash Chase.
We are a budget.
No. We're like the budget, but then if the budget was like in a trash can.
Yeah, like
so like not even like the real budget.
It's actually
you're trying to find crack crystals at the bottom of the dumpster. That's what this is.
You know they're still trying to look for their $30,000.
I know, that's so sad.
You see the tweet? Like
I did see that.
RNG,
yeah, what the fuck?
where they had 2 suitcases where they got the one that was not the $30,000 one, the expensive stuff.
Yeah.
So they got it back, and then I think was it Connor or was it one of the Trash Case member. He was like, oh well, RNGs.
I know Giga tweeted about it. Connor talked about how it was a gotcha thing, and I haven't seen if Joey said anything.
Yeah. It's pretty bad airports because a lot of like strikes going on, just labor shortage. If you look at like the London situation, you see all the luggage storage area. It looks horrendous. It's like covers the entire floor. There's only so many people to sort it out.
Yeah, and it's so like. Oh, I feel so bad. Like, so many lenses, dude. I can only imagine.
Oh my god.
All that camera shit. Oh my god. That is heartbreaking. Yeah. Like, a lot of, like, again, 30,000, sure, right? But, like, think about it.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Like, no, not even that. It's just, like, the equipment is just so, like...
Yeah,
Like, yes, it's a camera, but, like, it's, like...
It could
this is our first, actual camera.
Yeah, and it's like $800, but if I lost that, I'd be devastated too.
Yeah,
right. Just like having that, it's just like the amount of time you spend looking at them, thinking about it, and then purchasing it. Is like,
and then knowing what it's being used for, right? So you're being used to make good content, something that you're passionate about, but you put a lot of effort into.
Something,
and then that tool is taken away, and then it's like, what's the fucking point? It's like, geez. I feel that. That's
hopefully they get it back.
That is the big hope. Yeah. I mean,
it's always the problem is there's no communication between the corporation and the airline and then them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they're like, we'll stay in touch, we'll contact you, and then nothing happens.
Yeah. And then they just go silent for like 2 months.
Yeah, communications is important, and it sucks that not a lot of people realize that.
I mean, it's so impossible sometimes.
It is, yeah.
Because like you're getting like so many emails at that point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just really sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what I do hope though?
What's that?
When I watch that Giga video, you better have Mama Haha up there. And dude, I swear to God, if he says that shit is like gonna be like Domestic Girlfriend 2, I'm about to explode again.
You're gonna make a tweet at it.
Hey, we don't even use the Twitter, so we're fine. We're safe.
Yeah.
But hey, it'll just
delete your tweet, dude.
Yeah, it is funny because like at the moment I don't have like too much beef with them because mainly the reason is because they haven't touched Girls in Panzer yet.
Yeah, but like even if they do, like it's not like beef. It's like
it's like funny beef. It's like God damn it, not again,
not another one.
but like it's funny because like I have like beef with literally every other AnyTuber because they've touched Girls on Panzer before. And I'm like, God damn it.
But
it's all in good fun.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
Because like to me, like I just want to see like what Giga's thought is on Mama Haha because I made a video on it, right?
Yeah.
And like I want to see if my like perceived notions are true, right? And
he'll be a testament to that.
Yeah. He'll be like, I did it, I predicted it, oh my God, look. And then I'll cry in the corner being like, you're gonna think I'm weird.
Don't look at my video.
Stop.
that reminds the conversation I had with my friend who we talked to like last night, and he was talking about how Kevin, you made the video on Imoto-sai.
Yes.
What's it? A sister is all you need, and obviously. The first episode is whack as fuck, or at least the first part of it. It is It is like as Kevin puts it, I think in his video, it is one of the most horrendous like brother sister garbage you have ever seen. It is like borderline hentai.
I haven't watched it, so I'll
tell you the scene.
No, I think
the brother wakes up. The brother wakes up.
I'm good.
But it was like
it's all a bit though.
But obviously, yeah. So Kevin put that on his other channel because back then that was where he put all of his analysis
anime
and stuff.
content.
Yeah, his anime content. So I told that to my friend, and he was like, "Oh, I see, putting all the sus stuff on like the second channel." And I'm like, "No, actually."
Well, funny enough, that entire video was all. It was interesting because it was about the slice of life genres.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how.
It was also just pretty chill. It wasn't sus at all. Like there was like almost nothing that was like sus about it at all.
I mean, there's sus anime.
Yeah, some.
If you watch a Scud's Wish, okay, that's actually really sus.
Oh yeah, that is okay. Maybe I'll take that back. Yeah.
and then Hentai Prince and Stony Cat.
Yeah.
And then Imoto-sai.
I have not heard of it.
We know you.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, you have your phone. You can just show him, I think. But it's just they're like actually, thinking about it, they are all sus, are actually really.
Yeah,
good.
but I talk about how they like talk about like the slice of life genre and why like these shows actually like matter, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a point to them. And I think that's what that video showcased. And then Mama Haha is like the sisters to that video, where it's basically saying like, here's a specific show, and let me dive deeper into what one of the other points I was talking about, which is the substituting genre, right?
Yeah.
Granted, there's only two that I like.
Yeah.
Moto-sai, Irai,
which isn't even a big like sister thing. It's more of the fact that he's an author.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing this author struggle.
Yeah, the only big one right now and the only true one is Mama Haha.
Yeah. That's the only like good one at the moment.
Yeah. I've seen a lot influx into the Reddit because I'm in their subreddit, and it's actually really interesting where it's just like, oh, I came from the anime. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Welcome.
I mean, like, I'm happy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, oh, you're gonna love reading the light novel because I love the light novel so much. Mm-hmm. I'm not actually caught up with the anime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either. I haven't even watched episode 2.
I haven't had time to watch it until now. So
I should do that. I need to catch up on a few things actually.
But the one anime that's coming out that everyone's talking about really is Lycoris Recoil. That shit is fucking...
Dude, holy shit. Like,
this guy hasn't watched it, but we're telling him to binge it. Me and Brian
plan to.
We watched the first 3 episodes and we're like, no, we need to save this. We have to save this. This is too good. It's actually insane. Like, it's everything almost I wanted Ruby to be, right? In a way.
Oh, man.
Like, it is so cool.
Character design's awesome, too, from what I heard. I saw a couple images from them. Really good character design.
No,
really diverse,
and they're really good with like they're really good with just attention to detail as well.
Yeah,
like the guns and stuff. Oh my god! Oh, like I'm a secret sucker for realism in guns in any kind of media because it's just or not realism per se, but like making them feel like a part of a narrative. So like say in Ruby, right? It's like. I like the original series better, at least the first like 4 volumes, right? Than the anime, even though the anime looks gorgeous, right? Because the guns in the the OG feel like they pack a punch and they feel so good. Yeah. Lycoris Recoil does that as well, and it's kind of insane what they draw inspiration from and how they're again I'm just a sucker
Like,
for
dude, like
in
it feels like a COD campaign. You're like watching a COD campaign.
yeah.
Like for some reason, it's
Yeah,
just like
I feel
ooh.
It's like those. What is it? Those
What's like
full walkthrough, no comments.
yeah. Except it's like instead of like the silent commentary, it's like you're immersed in the story. Actually, it's like you're playing the video game, but you're in fact just watching an anime.
I would buy a Lycoris Recoil game.
Yeah,
We're just hyping you up, and you're gonna be like,
I know it's good. I've been waiting for it for a while. I just never started it. I just knew it was
hey, good for
and
you.
it also has like such obscure references. Like Ryan spotted a reference I should have, but I didn't realize.
And it was for a French film.
Yeah, it was a
like,
French film in like
80s?
not even the 80s. It was like the 60s, 50s, 30s even.
We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you guys might spot it. It's like it's a French film. I forget what it's called, but it's like this really whack like neo something film. I forget what it's called, but it's what the genre is called, I should say. But it's like these guys who like go to the moon, and the moon has a face. I'm sure you film majors know. I guarantee you film majors know.
There's some really whack movies from back then,
and they just like put that on like a badge, and that's it. And
it was at the very. If you guys are looking for it, it was in the ED.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
And then it's like, what is also really cool is something that I found out, just like a fan thing, right? I don't know if I told this to Anya, but I did tell Kevin. We have basically a training pistol of one of the pistols the characters has. It's
It's an airsoft.
No, it's not airsoft. It's a practice copper BB basically. So
it's not a real gun.
Yeah, it's not a real gun.
That's like the main point.
But okay, you might want to cut that out. But by law and where we currently are, it is considered a firearm. But anyways.
I was like, what's wrong with that? And then
give it a pause.
Yeah, and then Kevin paused and had to think about it.
I gave it a pause.
But what's it? I guess I could say apparently what it is, what the model is. It's a NMP or a military and police. It's literally just called MNP, so it's like military police. So it's a pistol to use. I forget what the exact model is, but
stop talking.
But yeah, that's one of the pistols apparently one of the characters used. Oh my god.
Alright, but looks like we're heading towards
I think we're running out of gas here, aren't we? And it's also I am
really
like
hot.
actually baking, yeah.
It is getting really hot in this room, so
like I'm refusing to raise my arms because it's like I'm going to unleash a miasma and I don't want that on anyone.
Alright, so Ikigai, reason for being. For some reason we are in this really hot room I wasn't aware of the in-person recording.
Gaslit.
And maybe your reason is just watching three dudes just talking about the most random stuff ever, and we appreciate
anime.
that.
Let's be real, mostly anime.
Hey, we finally went back to the anime part.
Yeah, but you know, big things coming your way. Things are moving. Gears are moving slowly, but it'll shut. But thanks for tuning in. I'm signing off.
It's Brian signing out.
It's Kevin. So yeah, imagine if I actually hit you. That would have been so funny.